Hello. Today's vocabulary term is confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is the tendency to search for, interpret, favor, and recall information in a way that confirms one's pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses. It is a type of cognitive bias and a systematic error of inductive reasoning. Hey everyone, it is Zach. If you've never seen my videos before, this is probably the wrong one to start with because I am on fire today. I am pretty hot. I've had enough. I've been sitting around contemplating how to tackle this issue for a long time now, and I'm just done with it. This isn't going to be a super long video, and this is not the super secret video that I talked about at the end of the Bruce Dickinson one. I'll announce that probably Sunday. But man, oh man, I'm just done with it. And here is why I'm so fired up about this subject. Today I'm going to be talking about voice coach react videos or vocal coach react videos or whatever the algorithm picks up the best. And by the way, I don't know why I keep wearing Overwatch hats. I have more hats than this, but they just kind of end up sitting nearby, so I just throw them on. I don't know. My hair is a mess after work. Like, I haven't done my hair or anything today, so I just throw a hat on. Don't have to worry about it. This YouTube channel kind of came out of nowhere. It was an accident. It wasn't really intended to happen. I teach professionally. I have a job. I teach voice all the time. I don't need a YouTube channel to make a living, right? So, and I'm still doing what I love doing anyway. So when all this happened, I wasn't exactly expecting to have so much contention and so much hostility, and I certainly was not expecting my competition to take the approach that they do. And what I mean by that is YouTube has become a cesspool for vocal education. And I know I've already made a video about bad voice teaching and how to find it, but this is a totally different subject. Reaction videos are the absolute worst form of vocal education that exists. And I have done enough research and I've done enough studying of these videos and I've seen the content enough and I've talked to some of these people myself. It's the worst. The definition confirmation bias is important. The reason is that reaction videos are designed to cause the viewer, aka you, to confirm your own biases through their content so that you watch it more. Think for a moment. Why do you click on a video? You might be searching for something, you want to learn about singing, or you might want to be hearing some opinions on Bruce Dickinson or on, Haley Williams or Bjork or whoever, right? Well, hey, when you search, up pops this friendly looking face doing a voice coach reacts video. You click on it and you say, hey, this person's a voice coach, so they must know what they're talking about. So you listen to them and you take what they have to say and you accept it as truth because they're an authority on the subject. They're a voice coach. They know what they're talking about. So then what happens is when you see that voice coach says, oh, that was so great, so emotional, so amazing, what a great singer. Oh, everyone should be like this. This is so perfect. What happens is in your mind, you validate the opinions that you already had about that singer. So these creators who make voice coach react videos know this and they exploit you for it. Now, if you think that I'm just casting this out into the wilderness with no evidence, you're wrong. I have talked with a few prominent voice coaches on YouTube, some of them more legitimate than others. There's a lot of garbage out there. But all of them have gone to doing voice coach react videos. And I'm going to give you a few quotes. Now, I'm not going to say who these people are out of respect, and I do not want to cause a catastrophe. And this is some people's business model, and I respect that. Some of these people actually know what they're doing, but they've chosen this other approach for specific reasons. Some of them do this because it appeals to the lowest common denominator, and they want to take advantage of that. So let me read you a couple of quotes. Quote 1, I used to make more technical videos, but generally people aren't interested in that, so now I've decided to do mass appeal. Occasionally I sneak in some technique, but people just want to be entertained on YouTube. That's quote number 1 from a prominent YouTuber who is a voice coach. Quote number 2, you're going to have a lot of sleepless nights until you just start doing reaction videos and telling people what they want to hear. That's from another prominent voice coach on YouTube who has way more subscribers than I do. And these are people that have a major presence on this platform. You probably see their videos come up in your feed all the time. And these are things that these people have told me themselves. I have video evidence of it. If I absolutely had to show it, I would, but I don't want to go down that path. They know that their content is shallow. They know that their content appeals to your own biases. They are not interested in giving any sort of objective reasoning or argument or logic. They just want you to click. They just want you to watch. That's why they use the terms voice coach reacts at the beginning of every video. It's a trend. It's easy to get propped up in the algorithm if you say voice coach reacts at the beginning of the video. So they take advantage of that. So ultimately what this does is it lowers the quality of vocal education on the platform, because so much of it is based upon information that is designed to appeal to a mass audience without consideration of how factual or how responsible or how unbiased it is. Those things literally are not factors in creating the content. So as a result, people like me who try to give people information with a sense of objectivity or some degree of education, some degree of pedagogy, some degree of understanding, while helping the audience to understand, we are overlooked and we are looked down upon, and the algorithm ignores us. Now, you may see this as me just complaining about me not having more subscribers. That's not it. My channel's not even a year old. I'm grateful for how much it's grown, and I'm grateful to have this platform in the first place to even be able to talk to this many people. So it's not a matter of me wanting more. It's not that at all. I could drop this channel today and still have a full-time job, and I'd be completely okay doing this. The issue is that they make my job harder. Look at what happens when I make a video that says even the smallest thing negative about a singer. I get lambasted. My videos are downvoted. It turns into a 50-50 like bloodbath in the likes and dislikes and in the comment section. It turns into a war zone because the YouTube platform has fostered this culture of catering to people's biases and giving people what they want to hear. And truth, education, objectivity, who cares about it? It doesn't matter, right? Because voice coach reacts videos get clicks. The only people this really hurts is you. But those coaches don't care. They want you to click. What really set this off in me in the first place is I'd been holding this back for a while, but I saw a video from a YouTuber that's popped up out of nowhere. 35,000 subscribers in 3 months. And I clicked on one of their videos just to see, like, what the heck? Like, what did they do? And they happen to have analyzed a singer that I've analyzed on this channel before. And there's a point in the video where this particular singer has terrible posture. And I mean, like, literally, like, bent over, terrible posture. And this voice coach says, well, this person's posture isn't that great. And voice coaches say that you should have good posture. But this person's singing, aren't they? They are singing with bad posture. The problem with this is that it is the most obvious, glaring example of pandering to an audience that I've ever seen. This person was so afraid of insulting the fan base, the precious fan base of the singer, that they literally said, well, this person's using bad posture and they're singing, so hey. That's irresponsible. From a teaching perspective, that is irresponsible. I don't know if it's a lack of understanding of the mechanism that this coach has. I don't know if it's that they just don't care. But when you are encouraging people indirectly to do these things, they listen to you. They click on your video because they see an authority on the subject is talking. So as a result, the people that watch take in the information as if it's some form of truth, and they go and do it. So if a voice coach on YouTube is saying, hey, it's okay to have bad posture in this way when you're singing, it completely ignores all the reasons why it's really not okay, and it causes unnecessary work and strain on various points of the mechanisms, and it causes the body to work too hard, and it doesn't let you breathe properly, and your lungs collapse in when they shouldn't be. All these things that are super important, that are very easy to explain, are ignored in lieu of making sure the fan base isn't hurt their little feelings. Never do that, right? You might lose some views. It's terrible. It's terrible. And if you watching this are a voice coach on YouTube and you do this, you should be ashamed of yourself. I don't care who you are. You should be ashamed of yourself, because you have a responsibility with your platform and your position to teach people and educate people and help them learn and understand, not pander to their own biases for your own gain and benefit. You should be ashamed of yourself. And if you're on here and you have no pedagogy and you don't even understand this stuff, then you shouldn't be on here in the first place. And you should really be rethinking whether or not you should be on YouTube or not. Another thing that makes this whole situation terrible is the fact that most of these reaction videos have like entire songs being played, and they just jam out to the singer. Oh yeah, that's great. Oh, such good support. Yeah, that's awesome, man. And they provide no content. They might say, oh yeah, he made this sound, or whatever. Oh, that was such a great, or whatever they do. But there's no content. There's no substance. I deal with copyright problems every single video I make. I have to chop the content, the clips up to tiny little pieces to where my audience can't even necessarily see what I'm trying to convey to them. I never use more than 1.5 minutes of content, copyrighted content, in my videos. Almost never. Every time that I ever have, my content's been banned. Worse than demonetized. I've tried to appeal it, and they've told me that if I appeal again, they're going to give me a strike on my account. But these reaction video channels have enough clout, and they have enough people watching them to where they can either ignore it or they have some kind of licensing deal where they can play straight through it. So me, who's actually using fair use for educational purposes, which is in the fair use clause, I have to bend over backwards to even be able to make my content. I use 1 minute or 2 of copyrighted content in a 30-minute video, whereas these voice coach react videos have a 10-minute video where they use 5 minutes of copyrighted content and they add nothing of substance to it whatsoever. These voice coach react videos are a cancer on the platform. They're destroying vocal pedagogy on the internet as a whole, and they're making the standard by which we're held the absolute worst. If I talk to my voice teacher or any of the faculty at where I went to college, Augusta State University, now known as Augusta University, they would see me as like a hack because I'm not as good at this as they are. But I am better at vocal analysis than anybody I've found on this platform. And that's not saying much because the standard is so low. I am an average to maybe slightly above average voice teacher / analyst. But when my competition is the way that it is on here, I look like, the be all end all of vocal technique. And I'm not. I'll openly say that I'm not. I can sing and I understand the voice and I can teach it relatively well. But I am not, Barbara Dosher. I am not these major pedagogists. That's not me. The quality is so poor on YouTube. There are so many voice coaches that don't sing, or they taught themselves to sing with a Brett Manning course and now they're teachers, or they didn't get any education, or they sung in a few musicals, so they're voice coaches. There's so much of that it makes me look better by comparison. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest because it's sickening to me, and I feel I have a responsibility philosophically as an educator to try to purify, the teaching, to try to at least give the people who hear me some sense of understanding or objectivity or truth, and not all this pandering mess. It really upsets me a lot because I devote my life to this. I love teaching voice more than anything else. I would rather be teaching voice than playing any video game, playing any card game. I'd rather be doing that first. And when I see how corrupted the entire vocal pedagogy world has become, it makes me really sad. It makes me really sad. So there's some food for thought for you. And I hope you learned something. And sorry for ranting so much, but it just needs to be said. And I don't think there's anyone else on YouTube that's willing to say it. If that makes me the Simon Cowell or public enemy number 1, oh well. I've already been ravaged by people enough on here, whatever. All right, that's it. Sunday, you guys will get a new announcement from me. It'll be much higher spirits than this, so look out for that. I'll see you all on Tuesday. Well, maybe Sunday I'll make a quick video. I might just make a post. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, take care, you guys. Bye.